will monitor. Bailey Savio struggled, as Chris Gunkel was talking about in the pregame, and get a formation to start things off. That is not the way that you're wanting to see Bailey Savio bounce back, Chris Gunkel.
Glenn, I would have to concur.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the way they drew it up this week.
Don't imagine that's the case. We take a look at our starting lineup for Lafayette, brought to you by Epic Lacrosse. On attack, Peter Lehman, Charlie Cuniff, George Enman. In the midfield, Cole Dutton, Connor Freeman, Macklin Fitzpatrick. Defensively, Tommy McGee, J.P. Robinson, Noah Mendoza. And in goal for the Leopards, Ryan Ness. Ness, the junior from Chatham, New Jersey. 2 games this season. He's allowed 26 goals. He's made 28 saves. Young attack for Lafayette. Running shot and getting on the board very early is Connor Freeman.
Yeah, and it's something, Glenn.
The face-off dot, but we bring you the Loyola starters. Brought to you by Epic Lacrosse as well. Greyhounds on attack, Kevin Lindley, Aidan Olmstead, and Evan James. In the midfield, Liam Bateman, as well as Peter Swindell and Adam Patra. Defensively, Cam Wires, Kyle LeBlanc, and Matt Hughes, and Sam Schaefer in goal. And boy, 1 minute, 2 goals. Lafayette off to a quick start today, Chris.
Well, nice job there by Lafayette. Again, another win at the face-off. A miscue by McNulty off the draw, which is rare to see. And then Kyle LeBlanc is kind of stuck, right? He's trying to hold, yet play the ball.
In any way, they are up for the challenge early on, and the Greyhounds are going to have to match that. I mean, let's talk about that a little bit, Chris, right? When you have dominated a team over and over and over again, is there any chance that you'd start off a little bit sleepy in a game like this, whereas your opponent, they're looking to make a statement? We mentioned they've lost their first 2 games, but they were 1- and 2-goal losses. They were very close games. Perhaps one team maybe a little bit up for the start of this game.
Is there a tendency? Yes. Did I anticipate that today from Loyola? No.
Running in, getting another shot off, and boy, adding another goal, John Mathes. Another freshman from Ridgefield, Connecticut. What a start for the Leopards. Greyhounds just want to slow things down a little bit. Momentum entirely on Lafayette's side. It's Hounds' ball, and darting in and finishing. They needed that. Just a scramble situation. Get a restart. Go to goal. Evan James has been phenomenal this season. He gets his first of the day.
Well, the Ohio native has been phenomenal. He was a midfielder who they asked to change positions due to the injury to Joey Kamish. And he's been nothing but spectacular. You see him get a great ground ball there. Stick fake high. Goes low. You have Dan Wigley, New Jersey product, has played various roles throughout his career here at Loyola. Usually really adept at inverts behind. He's a small but yet quick and powerful player.
He had 2 goals a season ago. Running shot right to the corner. Oh, that was heat from Aidan Olmstead.
Well, if you're scouting Loyola, the scout on Aidan Olmstead would be he's all left. Well, he's not anymore. Now he's both hands, as you see it there. Last week they just played an awful lot of defense against Lehigh. It felt like Lehigh was consistently running 45 to 50 seconds off the clock before they'd even think about shooting.
Collins trying to get around Middleton. Didn't find an angle. Keeps it going. And that'll be Freeman.
Much better job there by Rizanka, second in round 2.
I'm going to point out which Freeman. Jacob and Connor Freeman both getting time early. Wow. Draped defenders all over him. But a great low shot. Mathes, his second of the day, makes it 4-2.
See, sometimes, Glenn, what they'll say is defense can create offense. And that may be one of those cases there. We don't see it initially, but I'm not sure Loyola needed to slide there.
Sends it back up top. First team midfield back out there. Shot. Was that the bar or was that the stick?
Might have been the bar, but you're seeing they have Olmstead up top.
Well, they're going to say it was neither one.
Different set for Loyola than you see. It appears to me like Lafayette now shifted into a zone.
It certainly does appear that.
30 seconds left on this possession.
So no reset. I thought that, I guess it deflected before it got there. It looked like it deflected off something. Oh, great feed, but another post. Does get the Greyhounds a new shot clock. Lindley's gotten free twice. Now he'll go right inside and he'll go low.
So Loyola there just shifted Glenn to a 1-3-2.
Game. Now the chance to even it up. Just over 5 minutes remaining. Up top, getting a look. It's deflected on the way in. Somebody sold out. Believe that was Kirkwood. Stepped in front of that bomb from Peter Swindell.
Yeah, and that started with Evan James having a short stick on him behind, which created that mismatch. Great job there by Kirkwood selling out.
20 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Great move. Oh, that is lovely. Patra to James. We are tied at 4.
Well, actually, Glenn, that was Aidan Olmstead. So with another assist. So as you can see, head up, quick feet behind the cage.
Thank you.
Nice explosion. Evan James, soft hands, upper part of the net.
Makes much more sense, by the way. I don't think we'll quite get there, but boy, would it be exciting. Lafayette raced out to an early. What a find underneath. How did that get through and then it's loose? Okay, in the crease.
Well, as you can see, though, Lafayette comfortable attacking down that wing. My assumption is they feel they have an advantage there with Loyola short stick D middies to create space.
Greyhounds get it back, looking to take their first lead of the day.
They get that sideline overload to Rizanka, easy clear. This is going to be a 2-on-1.
Switch fields and wide open in front. Boy, you called that from a mile away.
Yeah, Loyola.
For Aidan Olmstead. He's already got his 21st career game with 2 or more assists, his 19th career game with 2 or more goals, and his 24th career game with 3 or more points. And Loyola is just going to keep adding to it, and Aidan Olmstead says, come on, man, feed me.
Well, you know, we talked about the beginning of this game, and Loyola certainly didn't panic. I think they were surprised, but now you see a team playing with much more confidence and a much different pace. And a lot of the goals, Glenn, are from places where even I could execute.
Sure, absolutely. As Olmstead finds Lindley this time.
Unselfish play by Olmstead. Lindley, a little kick down and then go up top. Easy execution.
Greyhounds content to play pitch and catch. Now they look to engage. Back to Bateman up top, down to the near side.
And reverse it to the weak side. See if Patra can get down the alley. He can't.
Slide came over. Sent it back to James. Now they'll move from the far side again. 30 seconds on the shot clock. Olmstead switches. Shot saved. There's a lot of bodies.
I say, who am I to say, though?
Oh, and that just is going to be the easiest goal that Kevin Lindley will ever score in his life.
Well, that may be true.
Just a bit outside. You get that one out of the way, though, right, Chris?
There you go.
Now the next one, you're good.
Great execution there by Loyola in the substitution game.
Wigley trying to get free, sends it back up top. Should point out McNulty, who made the play to get the turnover. CT named the Tewaaraton Award watch list, as well as Lindley was. Of course, we're only a couple years removed from the Greyhounds having their first Tewaaraton winner in Pat Spencer. Oh, in an unsettled situation, great movement, and Evan James finishes.
Yeah, it is great movement. It's
now on the season. He's got 13 points. Off to the races again. James decides to slow it down. Ooh, we might have a chance here for a long pole goal.
Well, you just right on cue on the Tewaaraton watch list, and that's not going to hurt, Glenn.
Ryan McNulty.
A long pole doing a 360 in upper shelf.
He's fired up, and why wouldn't he be?
Well, you can see now why people consider him to be so dangerous. I think somewhat underrated long pole in Division I, but as you can see, when he has his hands free, hustle play from Kevin Lindley. Lafayette a little unorganized on the restart.
Lindley sends it back up top. Greyhounds will slow down. 11 minutes to play in this second quarter. They're on top 9-4.
So now you're going to see the opposite. Olmstead pops back. They reverse it to him. Now you got the mismatch here on this side.
Patra slips it over. Great fake, but Bateman didn't have the angle. Swindell now from the near side. Gets the screen. Gets free. Running shot and scores.
Yeah, not played well there by Lafayette. Too easy for. That pace of play is not to their liking.
Still 27 seconds on the shot clock.
McNulty there on the double team.
Greyhounds getting a little more aggressive too defensively, it seems.
15 seconds in the shot clock.
Lehman trying to get free. Just being hounded by Cam Wires. Does get some space, and that's a goal.
Yeah, and there's going to be a penalty that comes after that. So, to me, Glenn, the book on Cam Wires is if you're going to beat him, you're going to do it just like that, which is you're going to body him up. And at this point, it looks like Wires just he goes for the overhead check and misses it.
And no help came.
And help came late, and then there's going to be a penalty. Yeah, two-car pile up there right in front of the bench.
Cam Wires hit the deck, gets back up quickly. Also hitting the deck was Freeman. He loses it. And how about that bump to create some space, get the ground ball, and can we have another today? No. Instead, just spectacular movement for a slam dunk for Evan James.
Yeah, and this all starts with a wonderful play there by McNulty as he's right on the hands as Lafayette tries to transition the pass. What was interesting about that one, Glenn, as you'll see with the replay, is this wasn't your standard 4-on-3 break. Right? There really was no point man for Loyola. They have to go down the wing. Olmstead with a great backside feed for James.
Loyola is still man up. And they're going to take advantage of it right. I mean, literally breathing down the doorstep. Adam Patra puts it home.
Boy, Glenn, I would love to be able to say that was really some creative offense, but to me it looked like Lafayette was just still undecided as to how they wanted to play it. An easy backside score there from Adam Patra.
Patra converts on the extra man. Loyola now 1 for 2 on the day.
Second goal of the year. It looks like they figured out the slide needed to come backside, but it came late. High hopes for him here at Loyola.
And he has delivered, start his career. Still 35 on the shot clock. Swindell runs out of room, spins it back to X. Great move to get free. Oh, Greyhounds haven't missed a lot of those alley-oop opportunities, but how about that one popping back for the roller from Liam Bateman?
Yeah, when you put yourself in the right place, Glenn, a lot of times good things happen. And some people may say, well, Bateman was lucky, but he's following the ball and he's in the right place in case this issue happens, which is a miscue, and he's right there to take advantage of it.
Bateman just scored his first of the day, now working from back at X. I was talking a second ago, Chris, about how it's starting to have the feel of a game where everybody wants to eat, right?
I started to get that sense, like, early in that second period.
Run and shot, the hammer. Evan James, what a day.
Well, that's going to be Peter Swindell there.
Oh, it was Swindell, sorry,
Glenn,
my apologies.
As you can see. Yeah, he's when he first got here, he was very much a north-south type player, but he has worked on his game to the point where now you can see him get space when he sweeps hard to the right. No slide there by Lafayette, and he just...
From Oakwood, Ohio, by way of Oakwood High School, his first playing time of the season. And I imagine if you're Charlie Toomey, you're hoping he actually faces some shots so you can see what he does. Plotting it was Swindell, but there to clean it up. And hey, you like that. Somebody rewarded with some playing time for what they're doing in practice, and Jack Decker takes advantage of his opportunity with the rebound goal.
Yeah, well, Swindell lets it go from up top with a lot of velocity, which means it's difficult sometimes not to have a rebound. Jack Decker very alert. A little bit of the hockey goal there, Glenn.
15, probably give you a couple minutes. Under 7 minutes to play in this fourth quarter. Loyola on top, 15-5. Jack Decker, his first goal as a Greyhound, converting on the extra man.
And one of the things I look for, Glenn, for a backup goaltender is coming off the bench, which is not easy, is the communication. And you can hear Whitaker barking out orders. Getting guys in the right spot, critical to be a great goaltender.
16 on the possession clock for Lafayette. I mentioned earlier, if you're a Loyola coach, you want to see Whitaker face a shot. Well, he does. He can't come up with it. Jack Warren puts it home.
5-on-4 here.
They're just going to choose to slow it down, continue working clock as we move towards the final 5 minutes of this fourth quarter.
So, Glenn, when Jack Decker decides that he was going to transfer, and he had been working with one of the local coaches here at Calvert Hall, and they had kind of a showcase for him.
Sure.
And for some coaches who may be interested at Calvert Hall. As he's driving to the showcase, he lives in upstate New York, his car breaks down.
Oh,
and what does he do? He gets an Uber.
The whole way down? How much does that cost?
I have no idea. But that just shows.
Get your first conference victory of the year. Erase that.
Something to build upon.
And yeah, erase that bad taste that was in your mouth after falling a week ago at Lehigh. And that'll be how this one comes to a close. Final score today, Loyola 16, Lafayette 6. The Greyhounds indeed improved to 3-2 on the year, 1-1 in Patriot League play. Lafayette drops to 0-3 on the season.